Dwayne Johnson was named to the TKO board of directors, and he's regained full ownership of the Rock nickname as part of the deal. James?
Yeah. Do I switch now? Do I switch now?
Go ahead and switch.
I'll go ahead and switch. All right.
Yeah.
Yep.
So,
Yeah.
this thing, I found this funny for lots of reasons. One of them, Triple H is now the owner of D-Generation X. Two men who tried to undermine him.
Rock is. He said the Rock is.
Excuse me. Yes, The Rock is the owner of D-Generation X.
Yeah.
Two men that tried to undermine his career from the day he showed up. Petty rivalries, jealousy, bullshit. When they walk in, they need to address him as Sir. The Rock, Sir. Mr. Rock. Pick one of them. I don't care which one. You know, they... This is funny. Like, and this comes kind of as Rock is seeing his Hollywood days. I think it's fair to say we've seen the peak of The Rock in Hollywood. Like, as he comes down from that a little bit, he's back into business in a bigger way, pretty much as big as a way as you can ever be. Now, instead of like rolling Vince McMahon out with Ari Emanuel, they roll The Rock out. Somebody who makes people feel good. Somebody who like is an ultimate carny and worker and will lie in your face, but make you feel good about it. Like, this now, Rock's, I think, 53 years old. Of course, there's been the whole thing with him possibly, wrestling in the main event this year. I'm here to tell y'all, and we told y'all before, he's not showing up for no Australia. Like,
yeah, that came out last week, right?
Yeah, man. And now, from a standpoint of, you watched Cody Rhodes last year, you were invested in, hoping he would come back to face Roman Reigns. I'm here to tell you literally, and I don't think it has ever been more fitting. It doesn't matter. Like, it doesn't matter. Like, you want great matches, you want fulfilling stories. None of it matters. There's just so much money tied up in this. The Rock can just drop in and decide, the main event is Rock versus Roman, and it's gonna make $1 bajillion. Not that Rock and Roman wouldn't, or excuse me, Cody and Roman wouldn't. It's just, these are factors that are out of Cody Rhodes' control.
Right.
Like, and
he has like, Cody has like, it's funny because Cody left AEW more or less because like CM Punk took his spot, and then like he showed the WWE, and like now like Cody has CM Punk's spot from 2012 through 13.
Sick.
Get out the way, ho!
Sick. Absolutely sick.
Hey, man, like Cody is a terrible politician. Bro, there ain't no politic in this. There is not a soul. There is not a soul outside of maybe Stone Cold Steve, instead of Stone Cold Steve Austin that would not have gotten moved out the way for The Rock going into WrestleMania 40 against the main event. Not a soul. So like, it don't matter how much you like him. It's a business decision that you just can't do it. And we've dealt through this with Rock a decade ago with CM Punk, literally. Like, so, this ain't this. I feel bad for Cody. However, he laid out this thing.
This is one of the endings in the simulation. The one out of 100 times he got this ending.
Yep. The video game fucked him. Yep, absolutely.
Because
these are things that are bigger than him as just a guy that was a mid-carder, lower mid-carder, leaves, becomes a star on his own, with the help of other people, becomes a star in his own right, builds the most viable number two, or the most successful number two company in the history of American Pro Wrestling, and leaves, and then like becomes the number one hero on number one promotion in the world.
Hey, and look how much of that Monday Night Raw kind of like because this guy's worked a hellacious schedule for 2 years on Monday Night Raw, been kind of
Yep.
like the cornerstone of that shit. I know motherfuckers gonna say, yeah, Seth Rollins been the champion. Not really. Like, we know what this means.
He's the champion because Cody realizes for his story, it makes no sense for him to hold that whole ass belt.
Correct. And like the guy that's been holding that shit up was Cody.
What have to do.
It was Cody, and then it made Netflix be like, I don't want to directly link it to Cody, but it's like, yeah, he held that shit up, the last couple years or whatever, and now they're selling Raw to Netflix, and like,
yep,
yeah, James in the comments,
I see it.
It's time, James.
Put that shit on.
I might have to actually play the song,
I mean, look, I'll send it to you again.
Oh, I got it.
Okay.
I got it.
No, I mean like the meme that I made with everything and all that.
Oh yeah, Cody, it is time for you.
Wake up.
To get that belt from Seth Rollins.
Chase Davis on the beat, yeah. Put that shit on. Put that shit on. Put that shit on. Look.
Yes, somebody check on Teal Rhodes. Somebody check on Brandy Rhodes. Somebody check on
Don't go
Dustin
further.
Rhodes.
Okay. I thought you first started leaving outside of the Rhodes family on checking on people like certain super fans. I'm like, please don't go there. Please don't go there. Please, actually bookmark one of them super fans because like they going through it and I've been following the whole thing all year as far as the whole things they've been. And I'm just like, hey man, yeah, it's gonna get real nasty. And no, I'm not talking about Floyd.
Yeah,
because y'all wondering.
Look,
I'll tell Floyd to his face. Floyd
know what it is.
I'm like, hey, bro, Floyd, you gotta stop, man. It's gonna end up bad for you.
Floyd know what it is.
Hey, has Floyd procured WrestleMania tickets yet?
I would think so. I don't know.
Floyd, hold on. I can't zoom. Hold on. Floyd Johnson Jr. If you are thinking of going to WrestleMania and you have not bought tickets yet, do not go. Do not set yourself up for that L. Look, I know you like Rock. I understand. I know you like Rock. And who don't like Rock? But you have You have Road with Cody Rhodes all out of WWE and then back to WWE. They did you dirty last year. How you spent that good money? Don't do it. Don't do it. The only way you can go is if Cody himself messages you via someone you know and say, "Hey, they done promised me, then put it in paper or some shit like that." Outside of that, don't do it. Don't do it.
Save it for Double or Nothing.
Bro, this a dead look. You gonna end up looking like them Momo Watanabe fans to Stardom. Don't. It's a dead agenda. I know you can be like, well, Momo Watanabe, she's a mid-carder. And this is a top guy. He is a top guy, but he ain't gonna be the top guy that night. I can guarantee you that. Don't do it. Don't do it.
Man,
please don't do it.
I took lots of pleasure in ranking on Cody Rhodes for many years on this show. Y'all all know that.
Oh, I mean,
I take no pleasure in this. Like, this is like, wow. This is just like, like it was like the fucking eventually fucked. It eventually happened to him. Like it eventually happened to him. And it's like, well, are you going to be Ric Flair and jump back over? Because I feel like at the Royal Rumble is this Saturday. I will be in town, James. I think you're traveling, but I will be in town as that's happening. Yeah. Cody Rhodes needs to walk directly up to Paul, Triple H, Hunter Levesque, whatever the fuck he's calling himself these days, if he hasn't signed that deal. And he needs to use the line on the man himself, am I fucking going over? And if he says no, he needs to not sign that shit and then hit the road. Or else be prepared to get it like a Red Cross for another 365 days while your body goes through that house show schedule again. Look, man, this is this is nasty. Like we talk about nasty scenarios, nasty man, and then we haven't even got to the other part of that, James.
No,
if Rock wrestles, that means Roman's keeping the fucking belt.
Yep. Show Liz. And that match ain't gonna have no chance of being good neither.
That shit gonna suck.
That shit gonna stink. Look, so people are saying, you mentioned like Cody, he should, if you don't, ain't gonna work out his favor, he should go back to AEW. And my question is, why? Because like last I checked, if he can't be the world champion in WWE, he can't be the world champion anywhere because he shot that stupid fucking angle in AEW in his first few months in the company on Dynamite, and it ruined his chance forever. And then he said, I want to finish the story. Bro,
Scott D'Amore, where you at?
This particular story is over there.
Scott D'Amore, where you at? They need more help for New Japan Pro Wrestling, I hear. Can they train? Can he wrestle Nick Nemeth or Moose, for the TNA belt, or
man, he was the NWA World's Heavyweight Champion at All In. After All In, the first one, we didn't care. That shit didn't count.
That shit don't count.
That's not a major promotion.
That shit is a regional belt.
Yeah, this ain't 1988. Get the fuck out of here.
Look, he goes back to AEW. It's even more crowded and competitive than when he was there the last time. And there's a new crop of guys that is like, hold on, you're going to try to push Cody over who at this point?
Look. Cody,
look, he might be better off sticking where he's at and accepting his fate.
No. Because here's the thing, right? The way they carve out time for a Edge, for a Sting, they will absolutely find that for Cody, because Cody is absolutely has proven himself to be at the top promotion in the world. He has proven himself to be the top hero in actual draw. If he takes his ass to AEW, he will mean more to AEW coming back at this point than he did even when he was at the beginning. That's how important this run was for him in AEW. In WWE, he proved something. The problem is, how do they put themselves to that particular quarter where he can never be the champion? And the only way this works is, all right, Cody, last time you did this, and then you played this little hissy fit about not wrestling any of the other main eventers because you didn't want to put them over to get them in line for the world title because you never will be world champion. Now, cut the shit. You're a main eventer. Wrestle other main eventers.
I think they would.
That's the actual path towards this. If he goes back
they would
to
go.
AEW,
They would go back on that stipulation in a heartbeat.
I don't believe that. The only way you can do it, there's only certain ways you can do it, and it will have to involve Chris Jericho and or MJF to be able to get out of it, because he got screwed in that particular with those two, and when it happened, those are the only way you can go back on it. If they want to do that, sure, but they have to actually put in the work to do it. But outside of that, they can't just put it on and be like, yeah, he's back. He's here for 3 months. Give him the title. They can't do it like he's Ospreay coming in or some shit like that.
I have people in the comments saying Cody wanted to be a gatekeeper. Cody doing that was stupid. Okay, I don't know if you guys were listeners of One Nation Radio at this time. This was a gimmick. This was not real. Like him not being able to challenge for the belt. He was never gonna be the champion. That was his gimmick.
Explain. Hold on, you got to explain why you had to explain the first 4 champion thing.
Yeah, so they were always going to have the same 4 champions at the beginning: Chris Jericho, Jon Moxley, Kenny Omega, Hangman Page. The marketing of Cody Rhodes, since he was never going to win that belt, it was a gimmick to keep him away from it. It wasn't because
they explained, because he had how are you a main eventer? Why are you carrying yourself this way? Why are the fans reacting to you? And you're never going after the title outside of the first pay-per-view after TV. That was so they had explained it that, or in Cody's mind, that's how he felt that they explained it that way.
It wasn't he legitimately couldn't be the champion, and it was his idea, out of the kind of his heart, that he would do that. No, that was his gimmick. So the double-edged sword of that was, not only can he not be the champion, which I didn't care about because he wasn't going to be the champion for shoot anyway. It was, you can't help anybody. you can't work with the people.
Well,
you can't.
He could have. He didn't want to.
Like, you can't wrestle the champion. Like, you can't even, like, lose to them. That's what this was. This was
Right.
politicking.
Right. He fucked himself. He outsmarted himself. So then he ends up becoming the TNT champion 3 times over and everything. And then like at each run is worse than the last one. And then people are turning on him because he doesn't want to turn heel when he should have been healed by that point in time. Because he had he burnt through so much stuff as a babyface. And so he took his act at WWE where people hadn't seen what he was already doing. And also he's not doing like flat out like, Harley Race and
They
Larry
never let
Zbyszko
Brandy
shit.
Rose appear on screen with him at all, James, except when she was sitting in the crowd holding the child. That's it.
Yeah. Yeah. So
One of the most unlikable people in pro wrestling history. Not by me, just how she's received.
Okay, I'm glad you elaborate on that part. So yeah, man, it's just he screwed himself up. He played all the wrong tricks to try to get where he wanted to be, and it didn't work for him. And then Big CM came, and he saw the writing on the table. Was like, hey, bro, like the master of ceremonies of this show, like that's gonna be CM Punk now. I need to find a way to get out of here. And then he left and went to WWE, and they desperately needed a top baby face, and he gave them everything you could have asked for, and they still fucked him over.
Wow.
Yeah.
Can't say any better than that.
Yeah,
man, that's it's a lot, man. Dwayne Johnson is in a position of power. Amazing.
Yeah. Brewhaven saying Roman is a top babyface. Yeah, he's a top babyface, top heel. Like the thing is, like, here's the story, right? People were asking, like, well, who's going to be the person that's going to defeat Roman and all this stuff? And I've said this, for over a year now. It's not about who defeats Roman. It's Roman is going to turn babyface before this title run is over with, and then he'll just get the freshness thing up on the back end. Like, if he loses the belt, it'll probably be to one of his relatives, and he'll win it back after they turn on him down the road and get it back, and then he'll have his ace run as a babyface. Yeah.
Let's go into some